What, Ann?
Just
What?
one quick comment of something that stuck out like a sore thumb there is we should contact the League of Women Voters.
Yeah, right? I know.
Is there a League of Men Voters?
No. Do men even have the time to vote? They're probably at their second job. You know what I'm saying?
And it just so happens I have copies of those sample
All right, okay.
template letters,
There you go.
as they're so
All right.
called.
Did you want to maybe read one of them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Which one is this? Go ahead. Give me
I have Assembly Bill A2767, entitled Family Court Reform. And it just says on here simply, this bill makes numerous modifications to provisions of various laws which would make family courts operate with greater fairness and efficiency.
Very good. Okay, excellent. Let me just expand on that a little bit. I have a couple more sentences, not really much more, but as you said, it's A2767. I wish people would actually tape my show because there's lots of information. Really, people who are fans of the show, I hate to digress here, but people who are fans of the show, you know it's on at a regular time every week. Please set your machine, or when you do watch it, tape it, because a lot of times there's information that you might not have the time to get a pencil and paper for. Or you might actually, probably even more to the point, is that you might want to show it to friends and family. People who maybe, things that you feel strongly about, maybe you want to show other people. But anyway, back to this bill. It's A2767. And it makes numerous modifications to provisions of various laws relating to child custody matters. Provides for shared parenting custody, for parenting time rather than visitation, mediation and counseling in matrimonial actions involving children, sanctions for interference with parenting time. See, I'm digressing a little bit again. You men out there who've been through divorce or know people who've been through divorce and have heard these horror stories about, I couldn't see my kid because she said he's sick, or he's not home, or you go to the ex-wife's house and they're not there, and this is your time for visitation, which of course we hate that word, parenting of your own child. See, I see that change right here. Sanctions for interference with parenting time. Let me continue. Raises the PINS age to 18 for males and females alike. Provides for equality in the burden of child support between parents. Bases child support on net income, exclusive of income and FICA taxes. Nice. My little comment again. Provides that child support ceases at age 18. Requires contract support collection agents to be audited. Opens family court to the general public. I'm liking this. Changes term of office of family court judge from 10 years to 4 years. Deals with DNA evidence when question of paternity. Increases parental access to information. Nice.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty comprehensive. I like that.
I have another one here, which is going to allude right to the one you were talking about parenting time and visitation.
Oh, all right.
Okay, and this is Assembly Bill A8604, and it's entitled Replacing the Term Visitation with Parenting Time in Domestic Relations Law and Family Court. And basically what that entails is that non-custodial parents' rights as parents are more justly served by referring to their contribution as parenting time. The term visitation demeans the love and parenting given to the children by non-custodial parents.
Very nice. Can you briefly, can you give us the number of that again and briefly read that again?
Yeah,
I think that's very important.
That was Assembly Bill A8604, and it's replacing the term visitation with the term parenting time.
And any further on that? Is that it in a nutshell there?
Yeah, that's pretty good because you kind of touched on that already.
Okay, all right. All right, I have another assembly bill. Now these are all state, Senate, and state assembly. This is not any federal legislation. I'm sort of new to politics myself, so I want to clarify that to our viewers. These are state bills that are before the state Senate and state assembly, and as I said before, I'll repeat those websites to find out who your state senator, an assembly person is. Here's another bill. This is an Assembly Bill 3673. And it establishes the presumption, this is very important. New York is one of the few states in the country that does not presume joint custody. In other words, if there is a battle in the court as to custody, that cannot be granted. Joint custody cannot be granted by law. It has to be granted to one or the other. Terrible. What a terrible state. Okay, here we go. As I said, Assembly Bill 3673 establishes the presumption in marital proceedings for awarding shared parenting. I like those terms even better than joint custody. For awarding shared parenting of minor children in the absence of an allegation that shared parenting would be detrimental to the best interest of the child. Establishes an order of preference in awarding custody. Defines shared parenting and parenting plan. I'm not exactly sure what all those terms mean, but you could probably get all the details on these websites. Anthony, do you have the last one? I believe we have the last one in your hand there, is it?
Yes, okay. I have, it's Senate Bill 0060, Assembly Bill 1531. And it's entitled Standardized Parental Class.
Mm-hmm.
And what this entails is that it says this bill would require that parents undergoing divorce and/or separation attend a parental education class that would familiarize them with the impact of divorce and separation on young children.
Very good. Very good. I think that's so important. I think people get married too quickly and divorced too easily. I don't think people realize the impact it has on them and the children. I think we should, well, as you said, this is good stuff. I think I have a couple more words that describe this bill. As you said, it's Assembly Bill 1531, and it permits trial judges in matrimonial cases where children are involved to require parties, parents, to attend and complete appropriate information and education programs for parents involved in separation or divorce. Establishes the Parental Educational and Awareness Program Board to develop such programs. Did you say that?
Yes.
You might have said that. You probably said the exact words.
Well, I'll tell you what, and even, expanding on this even further, I could see somewhere well into the future, maybe, that once this is enacted, I could see this becoming standard teaching in a high school. I mean, to me, this almost seems like something being done after the fact.
Yeah.
Maybe this should be done beforehand.
Oh, it sure should be.
Right with a parenting class before they're out of high school.
Yeah. Well, like part of home economics.
Yeah. Similar.
Or even more important, health. The health class.
Yeah.
Because they are teaching such education, and they should teach about marriage and divorce. Studies about it, right?
Yeah, it is reality, so they should be at least made aware of it.
We're so far behind in our education system, behind what's actually going on in society. I mean, we are becoming aware of the drug problem, so we are teaching our kids about drugs in school, and other things like sexual harassment and date rape. This would be so important. What about teaching equality? I mean, that's an issue dear to my heart. Part of how about this Take Our Daughters to Work Day? Okay, the feminists have gotten that going in our schools. Take Our Daughter to Work Day on the premise that there's a loss of self-esteem of our girls, which of course I've proven time and again that's absolutely not true. If anything, boys lose their self-esteem and their confidence, and always get
How do you think they feel by not being included?
Oh, certainly. That's
Although I did read something a week or two ago where supposedly they're going to change it forever and change it to take our daughters and sons.
Oh yes, I did see that. I did see that, and guess what? There was one feminist who wrote a letter in Newsday, and it's going to be a whole show, actually. I'm probably going to make it into a whole show, but she didn't like the idea that they're changing it to take our children to work day. She wanted that special treatment of the girls that's not needed in any respect at all. Interesting. Any closing comments? Because we're sort of running out of time.
No, we touched on them well. What I would like to ask is any politicians out there, you know, who, as Gary said, this is, you know, pretty much the first time he's touching on political issues. And, you know, any way you want to help or hinder in any way, I mean, please email the show, write a letter to Gary at
Certainly.
his P.O. Box address,
Yep.
and, you know, help us. We can help you.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Yes, we're making some progress, slowly but surely. And I needed to get this out to the viewers, these important bills before our politicians. And let your politicians know what's going on, what you feel. Men, get out there and let them know. Thank you very much. And that's it for us at the Men's Forum. Good night from your host, Gary Costanza, and our guest, Anthony Perry. Thanks, Ant, so much.
Okay, you're welcome, Gary. Anytime.
We'll do it again.
Sure will.
Okay, excellent.